How's it going, everybody? Zudakai here with another transmission, another video for you guys. I hope everybody's receiving this with divine timing, love, light, oneness, wholeness. Today I just wanted to get on here and I wanted to talk about emotions, how to control our emotions, and how our emotions can pull us down sometimes and keep us stuck. Earlier, my homeboy hit me up. He's into crypto, and he had told me about 2 weeks ago that he was very worried about crypto because it had fallen. And I remember that he had told me a year or so ago that whenever the price goes down, it's a good time to buy. So I told him it's a good time to buy. He said, well, I don't know. I hope you're right, Kai. And sure enough, today he hit me up and said, everything's back as it should be, and it's going up and up. You were right. And when we have invested into anything, we want to see it go up. Obviously, that's why we have invested in it. So a lot of times when things are not going the way we expect, we get very emotional. And when we get very emotional, we start to stop thinking rationally. And when we stop thinking rationally, we start to make bad decisions and think negatively. And it's important that we understand that emotions arise when we are in a fight or flight mode, and we cannot be in a fight or flight mode. Our brain has evolved. Our facilities up here is more evolved than an alligator, than a crocodile, so on and so forth. So it's important that we use our rational brain and don't come to a lower vibration and start to think negatively about all the hard work that we have already put in. When you wake up, you're in a fight or flight mode. Every day when I wake up, I roll out of my bed and I start to work out. When I roll out of my bed, I try and make up 100 reasons why I shouldn't work out. Obviously, day by day, it gets easier, but I still have that issue. And that really stems from emotions that are inside coming to the surface. And emotions are good because you can learn about yourself from your emotions, but we cannot be overly emotional, because when we're overly emotional and we go and we do everything based on our emotions, we lose discipline. Discipline is about doing things even when you do not want to do them, because you know that in the future you will be happy that you have done that. We have the ability to live in the present moment, but also understand what the future is and understand what the past is. We can learn from our experiences, and we can also plot for a better future. Unlike most animals that just are here right now and there's nothing else, we have the ability to discipline ourselves, evolve, grow, and change. But the only way that you can do that is if you do not do everything based on your emotions. If I strictly lived on my emotions, I would not be working out every day, because every day I wake up, I do not want to work out. But I remember, I'm gonna feel better. B, I need to get the toxins out of me each and every day. I'm doing this because I'm doing this for my mental health. I'm doing this for my physical, for my body, to sweat every day, to sweat toxins out, and just so I can be stronger, mentally and physically. So we have to not fight. We have to accept the emotions, whatever they are, and we have to let them go. Just let them go. Do not see the emotion, grab onto it, hold it, squeeze it as tight as you can. That's not what you want to do. The emotions are going to come like waves, and you just let them flow. You let them flow. You have no control over the emotions that are going to come in, but what you do have control over is what you do about them. If you're gonna hold on to them tightly and not let them go, or if you're gonna let them just come in one ear and out the other and on to the next. We all have the choice. We all have free will. So we need to use our free will and use our life experiences to our fullest advantage. And remember that everything we're doing is for a bigger reason. For instance, my friend who's investing into crypto, he's in it for the long haul. He should know it's not gonna, one time that the price goes down a little bit, it's not gonna crash. But if he becomes too emotional, because when you get emotional when you're invested into something, you have to trust the process. You have to know, look, I've been in this game for so long. He's probably seen the market go up and down who knows how many times. I think crypto cut in half at one point. So he's seen that, and he's seen it come back up. When we hit that fight or flight mode, we forget about everything. We forget about everything. We turn into an animal. We turn into a crocodile. We turn into an alligator. We use our lowest, most primal brain inside of our mind, and we stop using any type of rationality. And when we do that, we shoot ourselves in the foot. We cannot do that. We need to stay positive, stay aware that we have thought about what we did before we did it. We know what's gonna happen, and just believe, have faith, trust the process. Sometimes it can be very hard to trust the process, but it's important that we trust the process, because if we don't, we start to lose faith, and we start to do things that are out of character. We start to do things that aren't gonna help us get to where we need to get to, and inevitably it's just not good. It's not good. I've been out here in Mexico for almost 2 months now, and I got extremely low on money. I have some money at my house in New York, but I haven't been working out here. I got a one-way flight. I tried to sing it in the streets. It's not like New York. It's different. And long story short, I was low on money, and my emotions started to come in because I started to hit that fight or flight mode. And there was a lot of times where I had to remind myself, I'm okay, everything's all right. I got a beautiful house, I got food, I got water. Yes, I was getting low to a point to where I was about to not even have water, but I had to disregard the emotions and live life to the fullest that I possibly could in the moment. I had $2.50 at one point. I'm reading a book, I'm enjoying my water, I'm living my life. I worked out in the morning, I did everything that I could, talked to people, met up with my friend we're exchanging languages, did what I regularly do in a day, so. And yes, obviously there was times where the emotions would come, and sometimes I would grab an emotion and hold on to it for longer than necessary. But thankfully, I've learned to go with the tide, trust the flow, and thank you to my friend that has lent me $50 until I get back to New York to pay them, because I live a low maintenance life. I can make $50 last another week and a half. So at the end of the day, there was a point to where I got so low, I literally had like $2.50. And I was like, I have money at my house. Let me take my pride away and ask somebody for $50. And sure enough, I'm the type of person to always give if I can, and it'll always come back. What you give comes back in times when you never expect. I never expected for this to happen. I had multiple ways of income other than just singing on the train, but things were moving slow, and I'm happy that I went through that, because it made me see my emotions out in these last couple days when I was extremely low on money. It made me show my emotions. It showed me my positive thoughts and how I could push through, and it showed me my negative thoughts on what I held on to and what I started to believe in, And it's important that we have faith no matter what's going on, no matter what situation we're in, and understand, even if I didn't have this house that I'm in right now, even if I didn't have any food or water, I'm thankful for the body I'm in. I fasted before I could fast. If I really needed water that bad, I could ask somebody. People out here in Mexico are nice. Somebody would definitely have got me a water if I really needed it, But when your emotions start to run, say for instance, I had no money for water. It got to that point, and nobody could give me $25, $50. My mind might have been like, the pride. Oh, you gonna ask somebody for water on the street? What if I had money and somebody asked me for water on the street? I'm gonna buy them a whole gallon. I'm gonna buy them a couple gallons of water and some food. What else do you need? But when you get into that fight or flight mode, if you're in a negative mindset, you might not even ask somebody on the street because you might be overthinking what's gonna happen and all these negative emotions, your pride, everything is to the roof when you're in that fight or flight mode. We can't be in that fight or flight mode. We have to move with faith. We have to understand everything's happening for a reason. And when we understand everything's happening for a reason, we can cool down, we can chill out. And no matter what, just stay disciplined, know what you're doing and why you're on your path, and everything will start to come to light, and you will understand why everything is happening the way it is happening. Even the situation I was in earlier, I learned a lot. I'm sure my boy who's into crypto, who's seen the market come back up, learned a lot about how his emotions work, what he needs to do next time. And it's important to live and learn and use your experiences to up your mental game and up your mental fortitude. And it's good to have emotions. I'm not saying be emotionalist to everything. Learn to love your emotions. Learn to reprogram your brain so you have better emotions and you have better thoughts when bad things happen, and you can start to understand that nothing's bad, everything happens for a reason. You don't know why, and that's life. You're here to learn about yourself and others. Otherwise, if you knew everything, this life wouldn't be fun. This life wouldn't be adventurous. This life wouldn't be exciting. If you knew every step that you were going to take, what was going to happen, every person's intentions, your intentions, everything about yourself. No, life is about learning. Life is about learning, literally. So don't, and if you mess up, if you dive deep into your emotions, don't take it as a loss. Take it as a lesson. Take it as a lesson. Learn from your mistakes. Learn from your past. And just understand that you have a goal. You want to achieve it. There's going to be bumps along the way. Just know it's not going to be complete smooth sailing. It's not. It's life. And understand that as long as you keep looking, your focus is everything. Your focus is everything. And that's why getting into your emotions, getting into your bag too much, it will mess up your focus. You will not be focused on the right things. For instance, when I had $2.50, I could have just been on my phone scrolling, trying to figure whatever out, or just stressing out, scrolling on my phone. I grabbed my book. I started to read. I started to gain knowledge. And it's important because I came out here to read, to study. I came out here for health, for healing. And I kept doing everything that I was doing, regardless of the exterior factors of what was going on. And that's important when you get to these emotional points, that you do not, when you shift your focus onto that negative thought or that emotion, you take your focus away from the true goal, the goal that you have. So it's very important that we look at the goals that we have and we stay focused on that and nothing else. Your emotions are going to come up. Do not put your focus and your energy on it, because when you do, that is when you stop focusing on the real goal, on the real destination. And that is how you will not reach your destination, is if you're looking at other things that pop up all the time. So we just need to be very aware that our emotions can hurt us very badly and can keep us away from our actual destination. And we will never get to our destination if we are always in our bag, if we are always looking and feeling our emotions. We are not going to get to our destination, because we are in a fight or flight mode at all times, and we don't want to be there. We don't. I hope everybody has received this message with divine timing. If you're here until the end, you know the drill. You're definitely here for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Like I said, hope everybody has received this with divine timing. I know you guys have received this with divine timing. Listen to your... Remember why you're doing what you're doing, and stay disciplined. Don't fall into your emotions. Stay vigilant. Stay focused. Stay doing whatever it is that fuels you to live. And do not be worried about what is going on temporarily right now, because you will get past it. You will get past it. Use your brain, and don't use your primal brain. Use the brain that makes you human. Use that brain to your fullest. Dream big. Anything is possible. I have faith in every single person that is watching this video right now. And go for it. And go for it. Jump. Go. Now is the best time to go. Now is the best time to do whatever it is you need to do to get out of your bag, to get out of your emotions, to stay disciplined, to stay on top of yourself and on top of your dreams. Now is that moment. So I want y'all to go do that right now. Zudakai here with another transmission. I hope everybody has received this with divine timing. Until the next video, peace. Amor, luz y sanación. Love, light, healing. Peace. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.